Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I thought I would show you guys our nighttime cleaning routine. I always feel like evenings are probably the most important. I don't really have like just a set in stone routine. Like I don't have a lot of routines that I follow to a T, but evenings I have a general rule of what I like to do before I go to bed because I feel like that just sets the tone for the next morning. So basically after dinner, I am usually the one to clean up the mess. I know some people do it differently, but my husband works and I'm just at home during the day and stuff, except for occasionally working. So I feel like this is kind of, my responsibility. So I generally clean up, and if I do need help with something, Nick will be there to help, of course, and sometimes he'll be playing with the boys or whatever. But generally I will just try and clean up the dishes, and also, I like to have an empty dishwasher in the morning because then I can stack dirty dishes in throughout the day, which is what you see here. These are dirty dishes ready to be washed, and then by the end of supper, the dishwasher will be full and I can run it. And sometimes I will empty it at the end of the night. It just depends how early I get it going. But other times I'll wait till the next morning. It just kind of depends how I'm feeling or whatever. But yes, Caden is a little bit involved here. Trying to get them to kind of learn how to at least, take their plates over and not make me do all of the work. So hopefully that can be instilled at some point, that they'll just do it as routine. And then I just clean off my counters and kind of get the kitchen in order. And if there are big dishes that don't really fit in the dishwasher, I will, of course, wash those. And sometimes I'll leave them drip dry and put them away later, or I'll just dry them off right away. It just depends what mood I'm in. A shiny sink makes all the difference, I think. If your sink looks clean, everything else feels even cleaner. I also like to make sure I kind of clean off the bar stools and any other spots that may have gotten food on them. And I like to try and sweep my floors in the evening. Depends how dirty the meal was or whatever, but that's something I like to get done. Not saying I always do it, but it does help if you can just do it every night. It doesn't get near as bad. And sometimes I'll run the vacuum instead. It just kind of depends. And then tonight the boys were playing for a little while, and then I had them pick up their toys, and then it was time for a bath. So I had put the boys in the bathtub, and then Nick kind of was in charge of getting them out. Meanwhile, I worked on vacuuming downstairs, some of the main carpeted areas. Now, I do not do this every single night. It kind of depends maybe what day of the week it is. This was like a Monday night, and so I hadn't really done it over the weekend, and I'll generally do this maybe, I don't know, once or twice a week. depending on how dirty it is, but it is nice to just kind of have everything cleaned up before you go to bed. It feels really good. And then also, I don't normally do my bathroom in the evening. I might clean up something if, you know, it's a little messy, but generally this is something I would do more in the morning probably. But there were some things on the toilet and I had to work the next morning, so I took the time to just wipe everything down really quickly. I didn't spend a lot of time, but it was a good feeling to have things pretty clean when I went to bed, and it's just the best feeling in the world to have a clean house and picked up room. And I'm sure you all know this if you have been watching me for any amount of time, but that is something I like to try and do. So I hope you all found this video helpful, and if you have any questions or tips or something, please let me know and I'll be happy to converse with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, I'd love to have you subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, and have a blessed day. Bye.